Tested for a guy because he wasn't, again, like she was saying, like blood pressure or, I think he was a type, he was a type 2
diabetes.
diabetic. And by him being a type 2 diabetic, he wasn't able to keep no food down. So he was losing weight real bad, and it was constantly making his bowels run. So I actually adjusted that with them. I sent them to Ty over there at LTG. And, well, again, my sister, Gems, is what I call y'all anyway. You know what I mean? No, real talk. I really do. And I treat y'all like that, too. Yeah. So the thing of it is she just moved his medication and adjusted him taking in more calories when he actually has the food on his stomach. So that way he's actually been able to retain the food on his body. So it's different people that need to gain weight too, that really need that weight on. So it just has to be adjusted around their medication, stuff like that. That was all I was just saying, because you looking at it and it's strict, and they're looking at it as they're just reading off the paperwork. I can't eat nothing for 24 hours. Right. Well, hold up, baby. I think you need to do something else. Right. So, because it's not going to work out for everybody like that. So once you get a better structure, now they not, because I've done had some of my customers come in. One was so bold. She was like, "Can you just make me a sandwich? Because I'm hungry." So when she did that, that's why I just made her a turkey sandwich. I had some bread, I keep stuff in the kitchen, in the back. But it's a lot of stuff because the people are trying their best, and you got them in that first couple of weeks. They like. They ready. They like, hey, look, I didn't eat nothing bad. I didn't eat nothing bad. They taking pictures of it. They just sent it to me. So I don't want to discourage them with that.
So we got a question from one of our Facebook viewers. I did go live briefly. For Valentine Torres. Hey, Valentine.
Hey, Valentine.
Valentine. Sorry, Valentine. Hey, Valentine. Her question is, if one is practicing intermittent fasting, what types of fluids are recommended?
Lots of water. For myself, I drink a lot of tea, just the unsweetened teas. Ginger tea is really good. Just any types of fluids that are non-caloric that you can have during those 16 hours when you're fasting.
No sugar. No sugary drinks, because I do find individuals try to drink those filler drinks when they're fasting, but that actually kind of takes away from why you're actually fasting.
It's really going to be nothing that's better than water.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, they done moved it around and put a cute label and at the end of the day, you're going to have to go back to water.
And that's what you should be drinking.
I just didn't want people to get discouraged.
Question. So they say 64 ounces of water or your body weight. So when it comes to losing weight, how much water should you be drinking when you're trying to lose weight?
And I'm gonna let
I would say one half your body weight in ounces. So 64 ounces is just the average, but if you weigh 300 pounds, it's not going to be enough water. So it's whatever your body weight is divided by 2. And for a lot of people, they're not going to be able to do that right off the bat. They're not used to drinking maybe 2 of these a day. So you have to build up to it. And your bladder will get used to it. I mean, at first it's like, oh my God, I can't, but it'll get used to it.
Okay.
And look, these is what I suggest, because I do have clients that come in that don't even drink water. Water's nasty. Oh, it's what you use to wash your car.
Step. You just take a baby step.
don't. So yeah, if you use these, if you look at it, it's not as intimidating as having a larger bottle or the gallon that they do when they start doing the little marks on it. It's not as intimidating looking at it. So I would actually suggest this. There's so many apps out there right now that will even remind you to drink water. Yeah. So just buy these, and every time that alarm go off, drink it. You can gulp that down in 2 seconds.
Okay. She's Valentine said, can she drink black coffee when she's doing intermittent fasting?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Good questions.
I can't drink black coffee. For some, it just makes me jittery on an empty stomach. So I don't do it.
Okay, so I have a question. I'm over 50. Yes, I am. Hey, I'm over 50. And so how often should someone over 50 really work out in terms of cardio and strength?
Oh, God.
Help us out, because our bodies are changing.
The workout doesn't matter. Your meal plans will change.
Okay. Talk to us.
And I'm going to say that because I've been athletic my entire life, but I've been training for many, many years. So I've gone into one 10-year period, another 10-year period, and another 10-year period. And each time the food changes for my body. It doesn't react the same. So it's trial and error. But again, that comes with the patience. It's trial and error to find out. As far as the workout, you can work out as much as a 20-year-old if you want to. If your body can handle it, then do it.
Okay. I'll say take your time with it. The reason why, because joints, ligaments, and tendons around your bones actually, they don't. They just make noise. They pop. They. I'm just being honest.
Definitely,
that's the
if you don't work out. If you don't work out, then most definitely.
And we're talking from a standpoint from a person that's on the other side of this table versus this lady on this side of this table. So when you working your way into that, take your time with it.
And but you can always do cardio.
Mm-hmm. And like I always say, I mean, I'm talking about like on the weights. I'm talking about like on the cables, machines, stuff like that. I'm talking about like, because that's my world. Yeah. So I'm looking at it from a weightlifting perspective. So therefore, just allow your body to give you a strong day. When it feels like you can lift the gym, lift the gym. When it feels like it's starting to ache and you don't know what this popping sound is, fall off of it. Yeah. Lay back, lay back. No, but a lot of people don't do that. Yeah. And a lot of the guys don't want to do that neither. They want to say, well, damn, I lifted just the other day. I want to get it again. Today's not that day. Yeah. Let it heal up, stretch it out. It'll be okay. Yeah, when you come back in again, you'll be able to do a little bit more. Yeah. Because we're talking about over 50. Yeah. That's the question. That is the answer right now.
There's a lot of people out there over 50. I mean, I do work out and all that, but the question is for a lot of people over 50, I mean, how much should you really do? And that's great to listen to your body. It does matter
what you do.
I agree. They do.
I agree. To your body. And also, the strength training is so important when you get older because we lose muscle mass and quite a bit. And so you have to rebuild it and you have to continue with that. So I would just say at least twice a week for strength training, but
I'm gonna say 3.
Okay. I agree with 3, and then you can do the other in cardio.
Yeah, because
just for
and it doesn't mean like it's a lot though, Joyce. Neither just because it's a third day, it still could be just a light day. You can still have a heavy, medium, and a light day out of that week. Yeah. It's still just allowing you to get and keep your body moving with that consistency. Right. That's all it is.
Adapting.
That's all it is. Yeah, because it's going to adjust to it. Right. Because you talking about over 40, 45, and then 50. You looking at it. No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm there. You could
have just went to sleep on your shoulder, and today this shoulder is like, why is this? Yeah, and you really didn't do nothing. Right. So it's a lot of stretching that's involved, and then doing it with light weights to kind of work that out, just to kind of ease it out. And it doesn't matter if you roll it on a foam roller or something, kind of take some of those kinks and knots out, or get a massage. You don't have to be so deep tissue, but just something to kind of move the muscle fibers over to kind of loosen that little kink or that knot up. Believe me, you asking these, I know them because I'm living with them.
I mean 20-year-old as in out there like,
that's a whole different person. Yeah, he's a whole different person. He's an animal. He's an animal. He's a 20-year-old. He's gonna heal them all.
Like, you gotta go.
So you say over 50, even I think so. Is there certain guidelines that when you hit each age bracket you should be following, like as a 40-year-old, because now my body's starting to go through that change of preparing for menopause. So my body's not going to respond the same way when I'm working out. So what would be this, the feedback for somebody who's hitting their 40s? Like, how much cardio should they be doing? How much weight training should they be doing? Is there a certain goal that I should be aiming for?
Well, I'm 48. So for me, as far as the workout is concerned, that hasn't changed. I've had to change my meals, what I eat. There are certain things I can no longer consume. They stick to me a little different than what they did 5 years ago. So the workout part hasn't changed for me, but the meals most definitely changes at least every 5 years.
And I think it's going to fluctuate with the person and their genetics.
I agree.
Too, because
genetics is a factor.
Because you got some people where they can just keep eating whatever, and they're not putting on nothing. And
that
then
is true.
And I would kind of slide in there too with that as a person, because it really don't. I've never really had to eat. Now, the only time I actually was able to say that I could put on weight was when I got over 35. But up until 35, I could eat whatever. Six-pack is going to still be there. Well. It didn't matter. Now I'm 40 and I'm going into 41. Yeah, I got to do a little sit-ups now, but do I got to?
I mean, you got to do 5.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. You're pushing that. But I'm just saying, it's like, I'm just being honest because you got to adjust that for that fluctuation for that person. Now, with the exercises, I can still do hanging abs, wheels, standing up. I can do all of that. So the exercises to me never has been a problem for me. I actually thank God for that because I still can physically do what I want to do and race my nephew who's Lil Michael's 22 in San Diego State. So I can still run with him. Right. So, and I'm not losing. So I'm happy about that. Right. Yeah, I really am. Yeah. So like the food portion, just adjust. To me, I have to do just a little bit now because I'm 41.
So let's talk about the effects of sugar.
I will be 41.
Let's talk about sugar because sugar's
always going to be bad.
Like bad crack.
It's always going to be bad. It's always going to be bad.
Saturated fats and sugar is what causes
you got sugar,
fats.
yeast, and grease. Grease, sugar, and yeast.
Saturated fat.
Right.
So what about
they're all different ways.
That is true.
Okay, so then what about the artificial sweeteners that now that they take out sugar and they use like what is it, Splenda, and what do you recommend if you're trying to cut back sugar that you incorporate with those or substitute with that?
Them. I actually don't like the taste. So
me neither.
I just never required a taste for any
I have used them, but there's research that shows that they're not really good for you.
Yeah. So anyway, I have heard about the rib A ingredient. They tell you to avoid the rib A, which is in most sweeteners. So I think the not Splenda. What is the other one?
Equal?
No, I know it when I hear it. No.
I use stevia.
That's the one that doesn't have the rib A. They say that if you're going to use it, that's the one to use.
That's the natural one.
But I'll use agave or honey before I use the artificial sweetener. It's just my choice.
Yeah, I would have did that too. I would have did like a raw honey or something like that if I had to have sugar at that time. But I mean, I really feel like it's kind of unfair with us
Sugar's in everything.
As trainers because we've already done stripped our bodies down to where we can eat
get
nothing.
Away with it.
We can eat nothing with no taste, no nothing. Yeah. Because once you do a bodybuilding show, your body is in a position to where you just taking potassium tablets. You're not even eating a banana. Right. You done stripped all of that. Right. So when you've had your body go down to that, I mean, to the point where I didn't even eat sugar for a week, and then I felt that all right, this is not working because when I'm laying in the bed. My back was feeling like it was peeling, like the skin was feeling like I'm like, oh, okay, this is too tight, and I'm catching Charlie horses, right? The dehydration, and then I got a little dab of sugar, and my body just loosened up like Saran wrap. It just felt like instantly. I was like, whoa! So you learn so much. That's why I always told all my trainers. You have to do a bodybuilding show at least once a year or every other year, something to where you can at least know what it's like to be in that raw position. Because then you learn and you'll learn other people too.
We got another question.
I mean, I understand. Yeah. She don't want to do it.
The meal plans. Right. I know it. Sometimes they're just eating rice and salsa. Like this much rice. I know what they do.
Right. It can get real rough. So that's why when she's throwing out these sugar flavors. Yeah. Girl, we can go with none of that because I didn't live this life.
You still work out and maintain stamina if you're just eating a little.
I mean, you still got your carbs. You still got your protein. I mean, it's not like it's not like you're not still on a casing, a whey casing. You still are running out. It's just clean.
So we got a question from Facebook.
That's exactly what the intermittent fasting does. It's the exact same thing.
Trainers, we got a question from Facebook. Is it detrimental to eat and work out? From Marcus Wayne.
Marcus Wayne, I know Marcus. Yeah, it's detrimental to eat and work out. You better put something on your stomach because you're gonna. It's like gas in your car. You can't ride a car and it has no gas in it. So of course you're gonna shut down, or you're gonna get lightheaded, dizzy, and you're gonna start seeing a little speck. And you're on your way to passing out. Because you literally don't have nothing. You running on an empty stomach.
Okay, so what about the fasted cardio? Because
in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning time. Like I do that first thing in the morning. I get up and go to the gym and I do my cardio. So is it not good to do the fasted cardio?
I actually recommend fasted cardio, but it's actually different because you're coming from a fast versus working all day, burning